Hello guys, so today we'll be continuing our tutorial on HTML codes for absolute beginners, and this is part 2 where we'll be going through tables, column spans and comments, writing HTML tags. Okay, so if you didn't see part 1 of this video, just click above and it will take you to that video so you can understand how we arrived here. This is what we did in our last session, and this was the results of what we did. It will show you how to insert images, change font colors, and change background colors, etc. So if you didn't see my previous video, please click the link above and watch it, and then you can continue with this video. Okay, so we'll start by inserting table. So we're going to insert all of this information within a table so that you can see the diversity of a table and how useful it can be when developing a web page. All right, so, and as we go along, we'll be writing comments to show what we're doing so that we don't get lost in our document and we can find whatever we need easily. So right here now, this is how we start. Less than, type table, greater than, then we come down here where we end it. I already put in the end for that one. So each table that we type, each table tag that we type, we need to have a table row and a table detail within that table. So the shortening for table row is TR, right? And let's end it here again, TR. And within each table row, we always need a table details where you have the shortening is TD. So we'll come down here and we end that, right? Now, if I go on the document, Control S and save, and if I go on the document and click refresh, you won't see anything much happening. You won't see a table around it as yet, and you notice it shift to the left because we haven't formatted the table for it to stay within the center and start to look more like a web page. So let's go up here where our table is. Let's go in our table now and click align. No, let's put a border first. Let's put a border equal 1, right? Save that. Let's put a color for the border color, so we know for sure that the border is there. And let's say we want to put red, something bright that we can identify. Let's click save. Let's go back to our document. See that when we refresh, you can now see the red border around your web page content. Okay, so let's center this now. So we're going to go back into the tables tab, click align, look for center. You could just type align equal open quote center close quote. Save, Control S, go back into your browser and refresh, and there we go, it's all centered nicely for you. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. We don't want all of this info into just one big row. What we want is for this to be in its own row, which is like the logo. We want the image to be in its own row. We want the paragraph to be in its own row. I want the footer to be in its own row. So we're going to create rows for each of these, and then you'll see how column span start to take place. All right, so like I said, we'll be doing some comments also so that we don't get mixed up within the document. So this is how we do comments. So what this does is that you can just write what is below the document that you're doing. So I'm going to write logo below, right? And then you do this again, greater than. So this will give me an idea of what is below here so that I don't get mixed up. I'll copy this and I'll put right here where the image is, and I'll put image below, right? So I'll do this for all of them so that I don't get mixed up when I'm going through, and I'll put paragraph below right there, and then for here I'll put footer below, right? So you notice now you can more identify what's below and the sections, and that's the beautiful thing about comments. So we're going to put Duck Production, the logo, in one row by itself. So we're going to come again, open TR, right? Then we'll go below it, we'll close the TR tag. Then below that, we open the TD tag. And then we'll come below that, close the TD tag, right? So this is one row in itself with a table detail, right? So we're going to come now and we're going to do the same thing for the image. I want the image to be in one row by itself. So we're going to go again, table row and table details. Then we'll come below and we're going to end both of those, table details, / table detail, and / table row, right? And then we're going to just tab them forward so that we can see them better and it's more organized. So let's save that, Control S, and see if anything has changed. So we refresh. All right, notice that we're having a little jumbling right here because take out all of these. We don't want them into one big row. We're going to click save, come back, and there we go, right? But we still have the paragraph text and the footer text outside because we haven't put those in a table row and a table details as yet. So we're going to come for the paragraph text now. We're going to go table row, table detail, then we'll come below, end the table detail, and then we end the table row, right? So you're going to see how the paragraph text fits into the table now. Notice? So we now need to put the footer back in the table. So we're going to give it a row also. We say table row, table details, right? Tap that, come back, end table details, and then we end the table row. Save that, come back here, refresh, and now everything is within the table again. So we have better control, but we don't want all of the information to be right here at the end of the table, right? We want everything to look nice and spacious within the table. So we're going to add something in the table called a cell padding, which gives it space between the content and the table wall. So we're going to come in here and we're going to type cell padding equal, let's put it at 10 and save that. Control S, come back to the document, refresh. Alright, notice it looks nice and spacious now and everything is not all to the side or to the top, but you have nice space in between. Okay, so what we want again is for all of this information to be centered. So again, we're going to take this from the body text that we did the body tag that we did in the last tutorial. Instead, we're going to put it in each table detail in order to get it to align center. So each of the table detail, we're going to type it or we're going to paste it within the table detail. And this should center all of them. Then we control save, come back to the top, refresh. See? Notice everything comes into the center. So say for instance, now you don't want the background color of your table to be blue. You want it to look, you want to have a little more oomph on your website and a little more color. So what you do, you go up to the table tab and then we're going to type color equal. You put the color that you want. I'm going to put green. Save, Control S, come back, refresh. Wait, no, that's color. We should type BG color, which stands for background color. Sorry. Alright, so we type background color, Control S to save, go back into the browser, refresh. So notice now that we're having a beautiful and a wonderful color blending now. Everything is blending and it's coming along. Alright, but again, you notice we don't have a menu. So I'm going to put a menu right below the logo. And it's going to have the same heading home, about us, gallery, and contact us. And you will see now how column span comes in place. All right, so below this, let's put our comment so that we know that it's a menu below. Copy, paste. This is going to be menu below. All right, so right in here we'll have our menu. So we'll have table row. So it's going to be one row with more than one table detail. So we're going to have a couple table details within this. Let's tab. So we'll go table details and let's type home and close that table detail. Below that, now again we have table details. Let's type contact us and close that table detail. And below that table detail again, let's type gallery, close that table detail, and the last one we will have about us, close that table detail. Right, I'm going to save this so you can see how it looks. All right, so you notice you'll be getting this and you're wondering, so what is happening here? How comes the home is in this big slot by itself and the other three are by itself over here? So we know that column goes across, so therefore we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns here, but for the rest of them we only have one column, so therefore it only fits within one column because the top one and the bottom column is just one. So what we're going to do is call something called a column span, where we're going to make each span, each column, we're going to type 4 so that it takes up 4 space and fits out. Because for the menu we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So therefore, this needs to be 4 column span in order to fill out the rest of that. And this, and this. All of them needs to have a column span in order to fit out. Alright? So this is how we do it. We're going to go now where the logo was, which is here. So we're going to go into the table details and we're going to type colspan equal 4. And we're going to save that and look at the difference. Come up here, refresh. Notice that the logo area is filled out because we filled out 4 column area. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just one column, so we need to put 4 so that it fills out. Right? So we're just going to copy this into the rest of table details so that it all fills out properly. Right? So we'll go copy. We're going to go below here. This is one. This is for the image. This is for the paragraph. And this is for the footer. We'll press Ctrl S and save. Come back to our document, refresh. Alright? So you notice now that it's all filled out. So what we can also do is center this, center the menu. So we'll come back to the menu up here. In the table row, we can just type align equal center. Something that we're used to by now. So we'll go in, and there you go. It's filled out. Right? We can even color the background of the menu so that we have a different look for the menu. So we can say BG color equal, what would be a good color? Say for instance we put yellow. I'm just putting some colors. You can put whatever color you want. Save, come. Alright. See? So now it's looking more like a web page and it's coming alive. Alright? So what we can also do is to remove this red border, but we don't want it to look so obvious that our content is within a table. So let's remove that red border so that it don't look so obvious. So we're going to come up to the table section where we have border. And we're going to take out the 1 and put 0. Ctrl S and save. Come back to the document and refresh it. And look at that. We have a beautiful web page coming along. Right? So we have our logo, guys. We have our content. We have our image. We have a paragraph. And we have a footer. Right, guys? So, guys, hope you learned something today. Please comment below, like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to clarify anything or do any other video in HTML for you. But look out for the other video. And remember, guys, once you open a tag, you need to close it at the respective end. Okay.